Hey everyone, Chris with Coalition Gaming here, and today we're going to be checking out a new capture card from Avermedia, and that's the Live Gamer Mini. So in the past, we released a video on using a cheap Chinese USB 3.0 HDMI capture card. It was around 55 bucks and it got the job done, although I gotta say that I'm not sure if it's an issue with the cameras that I was using over HDMI with it or some other devices, but it wasn't always the most reliable and it was a tad finicky, although UVC support in Windows, making it a default, not a default device, but rather an easily selectable device, was something that it had over other devices like the Elgato devices or maybe the AVIO devices that do the same thing. However, Avermedia reached out recently and offered to send us a new product from them for review, and I happily accepted. I want to check out the Avermedia Live Gamer Mini. That's what they sent out. Thank you guys for sending that out, by the way. So this is the capture card that they're sending. An interesting function of this though, an interesting feature, is that it's not USB 3.0. This is a USB 2.0 capture card. So that actually broadens the compatibility with devices. I actually didn't even know that you can get HDMI capture 1080p 60 like this over USB 2.0. I thought it would be too much for the USB 2.0 bus, but lo and behold, here we go. We're going to be testing this out today. We're going to be running my camera that I'm using right now into it and see how that looks, and I'm also going to be hooking it up to another computer capturing my game screen, just what you would expect from like a 2 PC stream setup that isn't over NDI, that is actually over capture like this. One more feature that I wanted to talk about for you guys that is actually really awesome for game console streamers, or let's say you had a retro system or something that you adapted to HDMI. Like I have a Dreamcast that I've occasionally streamed with that I've adapted from VGA to HDMI, and I use that cheap Chinese capture card in order to play games and stream them. This has an HDMI pass-through, and in the price range that we're looking at here, that's actually really nice. One more thing I wanted to mention about the HDMI pass-through, specifically for anyone wondering what that allows, is if you connect your console HDMI to the HDMI in on this one, you can connect the TV to the HDMI out. You're still capturing to OBS or any other capture software right onto the computer, but you can play through the television instead of having to look at OBS on the computer. That's how I do it with the Dreamcast. There's a little bit of a delay, not that big a deal, and HDMI pass-through on this will help fight that. The MSRP being $129.99 for this, which is, I guess to me, for what we're used to doing, a little on the pricier side, but when you look at the grand scheme of things, especially like what competitors offer in that price range, this kind of has a lot going for it. So let's get into it. Real quick, in the box, you don't get much. You get a USB 2.0 cable and you get the device itself. That's great, keeping it simple, no power brick needed or anything like that. It just plugs in USB and you're good to go. So here we are at the desktop, and I just have this to say about the install process for this capture card. So easy. And so you guys can't see me yet, but I just wanted to explain to you guys one of the features of the UVC, I believe it's called. So basically, all that means is that it's plug and play, as easy as possible, and the quickest way to test that is to open up your Windows camera. So we're gonna open up camera, and hey look, there I am. And well, that is my Logitech webcam, and in order for you guys to get a better comparison here, I'm gonna open the webcam controller and adjust it, but tweak settings, as you can see there, that doesn't look too bad, does it? Right? Okay, that's webcam, and now I'm going to show you guys the Panasonic G7 over the Avermedia 1080p 60 capture, and I'm outputting at 1080p 60, so this would be basically the max that this thing can do. So here we go, let's switch cameras, and boom. Okay, look at the sharpness difference there. I'm manual focus right now at f1.2 with my camera at about ISO 640, I think. Let me switch back to the other camera. I'm not exactly as close, and now the settings are out of whack again, but whatever. Let's just focus on this right now. That is a really good looking image out of this. And I believe, to me, this looks better than the cheap capture card. I guess with there's a good reason for that. Obviously, as this is a more recognized brand, and yeah, this is seriously impressive to me. And you're seeing my eyes down because I'm looking at myself on the main monitor. Yeah, this is cool. And so here we are in OBS. And again, you guys are looking at me through the C920. We're going to go ahead and show you guys how easy it is to add your Avermedia capture here. We're going to just hit plus. We're going to go down to video capture device, put Avermedia Live Gamer Mini, 2 eyes, Avermedia Live Gamer Mini, so I know that. And we're just going to do that. Live Gamer Mini already in there, and just click OK. Look how easy that was. That's instant. And so as a face cam, this is freaking great. That was the easiest capture card setup that I've done yet, and I find that really impressive. And man, does it look good. Well, anyways, so this is my test with my Panasonic G7 through the Avermedia 1080/60 coming out of the G7 over HDMI into the Avermedia, connected right to my computer over USB 2.0. This thing performs flawlessly. This is great. Now let's hook it up to the HDMI output of my graphics card, capture it to another computer, and see how more of a 2 PC setup would work with this thing. Whoops, just noticed that little focus peaking turn on. Look at that. Blue snow all over me. Nothing wrong with your stuff, it's just whoops, focus peaking. Okay, so here we are in a high FPS game. This is Realm Royale, and I have my monitor running at 144 FPS, clone display over to the Avermedia Live Gamer Mini, being captured on my second PC in OBS. So you guys are seeing how it looks over there in OBS while I'm playing it on my main system.
I'm ready to fight!
Get out there and do some damage.
Under fire!
Alright, got one. Hold on, I gotta kill that chicken. Boom, boom. Anyway, so this should cover the demonstration pretty good for you.
Repairing armor.
Right? Oh shoot, there's more than one. Another chicken.
Get clucked.
I see you. Let's get another one.
Take cover.
Oh shoot, there's somebody else. Oh, chickens, yes.
The fog sets in.
Oh, he has an axe. Kaboom. So that should cover the basics of how most people are going to use the capture card like this. The HDMI pass-through is a feature that is really great for console streamers, like I mentioned, and allows you to play on a TV or on another monitor. It's really great. And overall, with this device being so easy to use, plug and play, everything seems to just work on it. I can't help but recommend it. At $129.99 though, it is probably, in my opinion, going to be one of the better cards or better capture cards in its price class. So I'm going to speak to its price class, not to its absolute price. But $129.99, not a bad deal at all. And it's got a decent little build quality. It's got great features on there. It's super easy to use. USB 2.0, so you don't necessarily need 3.0. If you wanted to capture this on an older computer that doesn't have 3.0, and I happen to have one, it's in the other room. It's a mini computer that I built that has no 3.0 on it. This is a perfect card to use with that, and that's a perfectly capable gaming computer as well. It's got an i7 3610QM, a GTX 970, but I'm getting distracted. So this is an awesome little capture card in my opinion, and I think it's definitely worth checking out if you're in this price bracket looking for one. It captured perfectly easily to a second computer. It captured perfectly great with my Lumix G7, which the cheap capture card had gave me a few issues with here and there. It looks great. It seems to run great. 1080p 60 works as it says it does. And yeah, I guess I can't really say too much else on that one. Avermedia, thank you guys for sending it out. Everyone else, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Click that thumbs up button if you enjoyed it. Click that subscribe button. We always have more coming. And make sure to check out some of our related videos right over here. Subscribe. I already said subscribe. Join us on our Discord. Follow on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff. All links are in the description below, as well as a link to this product. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.